In this video we will see how to set the CMS up for your website. So after you've initially installed the CMS, you'll need to configure some of these settings here to get up and running. You can also come back to this configuration page at any stage to set or change things as you need to, but usually for the most part the settings on this page you just need to set them once, and it's unlikely you'll need to come back and change them. So the first setting we see on the configuration page is the website protocol. You've got two choices, HTTP or HTTPS. You choose the one depending on what way your website is set up. If you've got a secure cert on your website, then you'll need to select HTTPS, and if you don't have a secure cert on your website, go with HTTP. This should auto detect, but you can change it as you need to here as well. One thing to note is if you are running HTTPS on your website, then definitely make sure you select this, because if you don't, you might run into issues with insecure items like scripts and images not loading properly. So you got to make sure you pick the right one of these for your website. Next we will look at the website settings. So we're just going to scroll down here to website settings, and the website name is the first field that you can change. This is basically the name of your business or website, so we will just call this demo website. The CMS will use this when referring to your website in emails and things like that. It's really just a branding option, so just change this to whatever your name of your website is. It'll also be displayed up here in the header of the CMS admin area. Now the next thing is CMS URL. This must point to the main index file for the CMS. When you install the CMS initially, it will default to the folder where you've installed the CMS. So in this case it's in the CMS folder here. Now you can use the CMS to run either your entire website, or you can use it to run just a section of your website. So for example, if you wanted to run the CMS just for a blog section on your website, you would change this to something like blog, and you would make sure that where you've installed the CMS, just rename that folder to blog as well. If you wanted the CMS just to run a shopping cart section of your website where you've got your products and stuff like that, then you might change that to shop, and you would make sure that the folder where you've installed the CMS is also renamed to shop. Now in a lot of cases the CMS will be used to run the entire website. In that case you'll more than likely want to set this just to the root URL for your website or the home page, and pretty much then the CMS is used to run, you know, all the pages in your website, whether it's the shop and the blog, and also just all the other contact, about pages, things like that. So they're kind of the three most common ways that you'd want to set the CMS, but you could also use it for other reasons too. Anyway, we'll do a dedicated video on the CMS URL and the main index file, and for now we'll move on to the website URL. So the website URL is simply just the home page for your website. The CMS will use this when it's sending emails and stuff like that. So when it's referring to your website, this is the link people should go to. So for 9 times out of 10 you'll want that to be your home page. The website email, CMS will use this for sending email notifications. So you'll want to use more than likely an email address that's on the same domain as the website where you're using the CMS. So in this case I'm going to put in info@XT-CMS.com. so any emails sent by the CMS will come from this email address. The time zone, simply just select the time zone you're operating in. The language, select the default language that you want the CMS to use. It's set to English by default. And the admin theme is simply just how the CMS area looks. So there's 3 themes here included, which will change the color, but you can actually edit the themes and create your own themes as well. So for example, let's change it to the golf theme, and we'll hit save settings. So you can see it's changed the color of the CMS and our settings have been saved. We'll just put it back to default, and it goes back to the default. So that's the website settings all set now for our CMS. And the next thing now, it's just giving us one more warning here that we should change the admin password from admin as soon as possible. So we'll scroll all the way down to the bottom here, and this is the admin details section where you can change your login password. This is for the main admin user, so basically the person who's the developer who's installed the CMS. This will be their login. You can also add additional admin users, and they will have separate logins and they're created as users. But for now we're just going to go over the main admin user here, which is important to get the CMS up and running. So we'll leave the username as admin for now, but you can change that. Email address here is for the admin user, so if you forget your password, you can use this email address to reset your password and get back into the CMS area. So for now, I'll just use the same email address as above, but more than likely you'll want to use your own personal email address or something here. So info@XT-CMS.com. Password, so we need to put in the default password for the moment to actually authorize the changes. So we're just going to type in admin here, which is the default password, and then we're going to give ourselves a new password here, and then just click update admin details. Now once you've done that and the admin details are updated, you should see after fresh install that you now have access to all the menus here on the left, and you can now proceed with adding content and setting up your pages and all that other stuff. We'll cover all that in other videos, but this video is basically just to get up and running on the configuration page. At the bottom of the configuration page also, it gives you the version number of the CMS, it tells you which version of PHP you're running, and it gives you your server IP address as well.